Selamat sore kalian Amita, selamat kembali bergabung di dalam acara Yasati Youth. Kali ini kita akan sama-sama belajar mengenai penjelasan Manggala Sutta yang akan dibawakan oleh Bhante Dhammasara.
Nah, jadi Manggala Sutta ini adalah untai sutta yang dibabarkan oleh Buddha untuk memberitahu bagaimana seseorang mendapatkan berkah ketika ia bisa menjalankan cara hidup yang sesuai dengan makna dari paritta Manggala Sutta. Nah, masalahnya, teman-teman udah pada tahu belum nih makna dari paritta Manggala Sutta?
Bener banget, Vincent. Nah, tentunya kalau misalnya kita nanti ada semacam pertanyaan yang mau ditanyakan kepada mereka, teman-teman boleh banget mengajukan pertanyaan dengan syarat.
Ya, kalian teman-teman bisa langsung chat aja ke MC atau ke co-host untuk pertanyaannya, atau bisa juga langsung raise hand untuk bertanya secara langsung. Tapi untuk catatan, dimohon untuk teman-teman bertanya dengan sopan dan bersikap anjali selama bertanya kepada Bhante.
Ya, dan Bhante juga akan memberitahu dulu nih kalau misalkannya apakah nanti ada pertanyaan. Nah, di situ baru kalian Amita berkesempatan untuk bertanya. Oke, nggak perlu lama-lama lagi. Sekarang mari kita mengundang Bhante Dhammasara ke dalam acara ini dengan bersikap anjali.
We would like to invite Bhante to our class now by Anjali position.
Okay, today our Sutta class. So Manggala Sutta, before we start our learning Manggala Sutta, so we will worship the Buddhas by reciting the Dasa 3 times altogether. Altogether, yes? Sutta class. So Manggala Sutta, before we start our learning Manggala Sutta, so we will worship the Buddhas by reciting the Dasa 3 times altogether. Altogether, yes? Namo Dasa. So Manggala Sutta, before we start our learning Manggala Sutta, so we will worship the Buddhas by reciting the Dasa 3 times altogether. Altogether, yes? Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Thank you, Bhante, for taking your time to teach us the Dhamma. So without further ado, and with respect, we would like to Bhante start the Dhamma class.
Okay. Today, I'm going to teach you the Manggala Sutta. This is well-known paritta. Especially people know Manggala Sutta is the blessing discourses, the highest blessing discourses. So this Sutta is named sometimes as the end of the names of the paritta. Paritta is the production discourses. So here the 10 Manggala. This term is very important, what the people believe and what the people understand and what really means. Manggala Sutta. These discourses can be found in 2 places in the Nikaya text. Both of them are in the Khuddaka Nikaya. The first one is the Kodagabhata, the second one is the Sudanipada. So in one places, this Sutta is named as the Manggala Sutta. Maha is the great. So the term Maha is the great meaning in English. So Mangala, the meaning of Mangala is Man and Gala. There's two terms, Mat and Gala. If we combine the Mahamangala, there's a three terms. Here, Man is the willful state and wholesome state. So Gala is the eradicating. Gala is the reducing. So sometimes we can say the Mangala is the destroying the unwholesome things. In the literal meaning, Mangala is the practice for the development of our welfare, physical welfare and spiritual welfare, social welfare. So Manggala Sutta is sometimes people understand the blessings from some people, blessing by the Buddha, blessing by somewhere. But actually the Buddha's preaches this Sutta for the practicing developmental social welfare. From the social welfare to the spiritual welfare. So Manggala Sutta is the Sutta to be followed, to be practiced, not to gain from someone. That's why the understanding of Mangala is the development of our social welfare through the practicing by ourselves. The Mangala is not come from other places. Mangala is a practice by ourselves. Okay.
Selamat sore. Hari ini Yang Mulia Bhante akan mengajarkan tentang Manggala Sutta. Dan Sutta ini disebut orang-orang, dikenal orang-orang sebagai berkah yang tertinggi. Ceramah tentang berkah yang tertinggi. Dan Manggala Sutta ini sangat penting untuk dipelajari, untuk diketahui. Sutta ini berada di dua chapter, dua sutta, yaitu Kudaka Nikaya dan Sutta Nipaka. Dan di salah satunya disebut Maha Manggala, di mana Maha itu artinya yang terbesar. Dan Manggala sendiri artinya terdiri dari dua komponen kata, yaitu Ma dan Gala. Ma itu artinya kondisi yang tidak baik, dan Gala itu artinya mengurangi atau menghilangkan kondisi yang tidak baik itu. Jadi boleh dibilang ini adalah semacam latihan untuk kesejahteraan spiritual kita dan juga untuk kesejahteraan sosial. Banyak yang mengatakan bahwa, banyak yang sering mensalahartikan bahwa blessing atau berkah itu dari Buddha, tapi sebenarnya dengan ceramah ini dipelajari bahwa Buddha mengajarkan ceramah ini untuk kesejahteraan sosial yang nantinya akan meningkat menjadi kesejahteraan spiritual bila mana kesejahteraan sosial itu tercipta.
Okay,
jadi ini bukan didapatkan dari orang-orang lain, tapi ini sesuatu yang harus kita kerjakan untuk membawa berkah kepada diri kita sendiri.
Okay. In the Buddha's time, there's a people searching what is the blessings under the names of Manggala. Actually, they are searching the blessings under the names of Manggala. However, they cannot find until the 12 years. It is difficult teaching to find, to understand by the people. So the people thinks in the time of the Buddha, if we hear the good speech, sweet word, we think ourselves, that is the Manggala, that's the blessing, that's the auspicious. If we smell the good smell, if we eat the good food, delicious food, if we see the beautiful things, beautiful lady, beautiful flowers, if we hear the beautiful sound in the morning, if we hear the sound of the bird at the morning, the people think that's the Manggala, that's the auspicious side. And some people think hearing good sound is the Manggala at the time of the Buddha. But the other people think smelling good smell is the Manggala, the auspicious things. And different people think different understanding. So in this way, they are searching the Manggala, not only in the human world, but also in the Devaloka, in the deities, in the God existence. So later on, they approach to the Sakka. Sakka means the king of the Deva, the king of the deities. In the Sakka things, there's only one who can preach this teaching is the Buddha. Okay.
Di zaman Sang Buddha masih ada, di situ orang-orang pada memperdebatkan apakah itu Manggala, apakah itu berkah, apakah itu yang membawa kebahagiaan dan kesejahteraan. Dan selama 12 tahun, orang-orang ini tidak pernah bisa menemukan satu kesimpulan. Apakah itu berkah? Ada beberapa orang atau beberapa kelompok menganggap bahwa mencium sesuatu yang harum itu akan mendatangkan berkah. Atau mencium atau memakan makanan yang enak itu akan mendatangkan berkah. Atau melihat benda-benda yang indah, bahkan melihat seorang perempuan yang cantik, itu dikatakan akan mendatangkan berkah. Mendengarkan suara yang indah di pagi hari contohnya, itu juga beberapa orang menganggap itu mendatangkan berkah. Dan jadi orang-orang tidak tahu bahwa sebenarnya apa sih sebenarnya mendatangkan berkah. Mereka tidak bisa memiliki kesimpulan. Ada sebagian menganggap mendengar sesuatu yang enak didengar itu akan mendatangkan berkah, dan sebagian merasa bahwa oh bukan begitu, tapi yang mencium sesuatu yang harum itu akan mendatangkan berkah. Setiap beda orang beda pendapat, dan itu tidak hanya terjadi di alam manusia tapi juga sampai di alam dewa. Jadi akhirnya Saka, raja para dewa, juga merasa kurius, yang merasa bingung, dan Dewa Saka ini berpikir bahwa hanya ada satu yang bisa menjawab pertanyaan ini, yaitu Sang Buddha.
So, regarding with the ceremony of the Manggala in our country, there's some ceremony. So, wedding ceremony is considered as the Manggala. This wedding ceremony is one of the auspicious sites in our country. In the same way, the happy birthday ceremony also considered as the Vijadal Manggala. Awaha Vivaha Manggala is the wedding ceremony, and the Vijadal Manggala is the birthday ceremony. In this way, in our country, the people practice so many ceremonies under the names of Manggala. But what the Buddha's talk and the people believe is different. People practice is different. The Buddha's never talked the wedding ceremony as the Manggala. The Buddha never talked the birthday, but it's the Manggala. The Buddha usually talk the birth is dukkha. Jadi be dukkha. The Buddha's always talk. But the people think the birth as a being is Manggala. This is auspicious. This is a good thing. Therefore, we can say what the people practice, what the people understand, and the Buddha teaching is different.
Banyak yang seremoni itu apa ya? Ya, banyak seremoni yang dianggap itu membawa berkah, misalnya pernikahan atau perayaan pernikahan, perayaan ulang tahun, itu dianggap adalah Manggala yang bisa membawa berkah. Dan tapi sebenarnya apa yang Buddha ajarkan jadi itu dipraktikkan dengan orang-orang itu beda. Seperti Buddha mengajarkan bahwa kelahiran itu lahir adalah duka. Tapi orang-orang menganggap bahwa lahir sebagai manusia adalah satu manggala, adalah satu berkah. Jadi kesimpulannya apa yang dipraktekkan orang-orang, apa yang dimengerti sama orang-orang itu beda sama apa yang diajarkan oleh Sang Buddha.
What the people search the Manggala, they want the happiness, they want the welfare. Sotana nadige chandi, because of not achieving the happiness. The people want the happiness, the people want the welfare, prosperity. That's why they are searching the Manggala. They want the auspicious. But nowadays, some people think the blessings, the Manggala, is come from the God. But the Buddha's talk is different. Even the God is searching the Manggala, searching the blessing. But the Buddhist understanding, the other people's understanding is different. The Buddhist understanding of Manggala is to practice, to follow, to observe, and to develop. Therefore, Manggala is not easy to search by ourselves, by the people. So the Sakka, king of the God, come to the Buddha and ask, what is the blessing? What is the Manggala for the welfare of the people?
Lalu mengapa orang-orang ini mencari apakah hal-hal yang membawa berkah itu? Karena pada dasarnya mereka ingin kebahagiaan, ingin kesejahteraan. Karena mereka tidak mendapatkan kebahagiaan dan kesejahteraan, mereka mencari apakah arti Manggala, apa arti berkah. Dan sekarang ini orang-orang berpikir bahwa berkah itu didapat dari dewa. Padahal sebenarnya dewa aja masih mencari berkah. Jadi apa yang orang-orang mengerti itu beda dengan apa yang Sang Buddha ajarkan. Dan sebagai orang Buddhis kita harus mengerti bahwa kita harus mengikuti dan mengembangkan apakah itu apa yang Buddha ajarkan. Jadi oleh karena itu berkah bukanlah sesuatu yang mudah untuk didapat bila kita tidak mengembangkannya sendiri. Dan pada waktu itu Dewa Saka mengutus seorang dewa untuk menemui Sang Buddha.
So at the night of a day, the Sakka, king of the Dewa, approached to the Buddha and asked the Manggala to the Buddha. So this is two verses is only confirmed in the Burmese version of the Manggala Sutta, not in the original version, not in the Sinhala version, not the Thailand version. We cannot find these two verses. This is for the admonishment or the encouragement to the people to recite the Manggala. So here I will recite first. Yam Manggalan Dwada Sahi, Chainda Yinsu Sadevaka, Sottana Nadi Gichandi, Atadin Sancha Mangalan. Yam Manggalan Dwada Sahi. So the teaching of the Manggala for the Dwada Sahi 12 years. Chainda Yinsu Sadevaka, thinking in searching the Manggala for the 12 years. Who are there? Sadevaka, together with the Deva deities, the people are searching. Not only the people, but also the Deva, until the Brahma Loka. They are searching until the 12 years. These two verses is not directly original, but this one is a priest from the commentary. All this information can be found in the commentary, and the Burmese Buddhist scholars arranged as the very small two verses. So Manggala is searching for the 12 year for the benefit of the people, because the people cannot find this Manggala. In number, there are 38 Atadinsa. Atadinsa is 38 kinds of Mangala. At the beginning of the searching the Mangala, they don't even know the number. How many number of the Mangalas are there? They cannot know. But after preaching the Mangala Sutta by the Buddha, they know exactly the number of the Mangala. That's why, depend on the commentary, Burmese scholars arrange this verse.
Ketika hari menjelang fajar, sang dewa ini menanyakan kepada Buddha tentang Manggala. Dan pembukaan dari sutta ini adalah versi untuk orang yang dari Myanmar, versi Burmese. Dan pembukaan ini adalah untuk menyemangati orang-orang untuk membaca, mencari tahu, melakukan, mengembangkan tentang Manggala, hal-hal yang membawa berkah. Ajaran ini Buddha menceramakan tentang ajaran ini setelah 12 tahun. Orang-orang dan para dewa berpikir dan mencari bahwa sebenarnya apakah artinya berkah. Dan sadewaka artinya dewa, juga makhluk-makhluk surgawi, sampai-sampai ke Brahmaloka. Mereka juga mencari selama 12 tahun tentang apakah arti Manggala itu. Dan ini dari kitab komentar versi Burmese, Myanmar. Dan ini untuk keuntungan orang-orang, untuk kesejahteraan orang-orang. Dan di sini ada 30 macam yang dikatakan berkah utama.
So here, Desidan Dewa Devina. Desidan is asking to preach the Buddha. Deva Devina is the name of the Buddha. Deva Devina is the God of the God. The God higher than the God. So this is represent to the Buddha. So even the king of the human world also named sometimes in some situation as the God. The Buddha also named as the God, but it is different meaning. The God is, the king is named as the God because of the higher person of the human. Because the people are elected as the king, as the Deva. That's why the king also can get the Deva, and the Buddha also get the name of the Deva. But the Buddha's name is not only Deva, but also Deva Deva, the higher than the other gods. So Desidan means the please teach us the Manggala. This is asking Salva Baba Vinasana. Salva Baba Vinasana means Salva means all. Baba means the unwholesome, demerit. Vinasana means the destroying, reducing, cutting off. So the Manggala can destroy all the unwholesome things. Manggala can destroy all the demerit things, and it can reduce by following. They have the ambition to destroy all the unwholesome things. The people are searching and destroy the unwholesome thing, but they don't know how to do, how to practice. So understanding at the time of the Buddha and the present day is slightly different. What the meaning of Manggala? At the time of the Buddha, the people are searching for the reducing the unwholesome thing. But the present day, some people think Manggala as the blessings by the God. So without practicing, without doing any physical activity, they want the blessing from the God. But at the time of the people, at the time of the Buddha, is searching for the destroying the unwholesome things. Salvaloka hitataya. Hita is for the benefit. So loka is the world, entire world, for the entire world, for the benefit of entire world, for the destroying and wholesome thing. The Buddha is precious, this teaching. Here, Manggala Sutta. This one is encouragement, asking their Dhamma friends to reside together. Hail here means in your language, yan orang baik. This one is that we can say the good people, Kalyana Mitra. You use the word Kalyana Mitra in this bahasa, orang baik. This is the hey, the word represent. Banama is the let's reside together. Tell me that Manggala. Manggalang tan banamahi. Tan is the referring to that Manggala. So let's reside together, the Manggala Sutta, all good people. So this one is asking that the my friend, because of the preaching by the Buddha, for the two purpose.
Kata desitang itu artinya memohon. Dan dewa, dewena artinya raja, dewa dari para dewa. Artinya lebih tinggi daripada dewa itu sendiri. Dan ini artinya beda. Misalnya kita bilang kan raja itu kan paling tinggi ya untuk manusia. Tapi kalau lebih tinggi daripada dewa itu disebutnya dewa dewena. Jadi desitang dewa dewena itu artinya memohon penjelasan dari dewa para dewa, yaitu tak lain adalah Sang Buddha sendiri. Sabapapa winasanang.
Yes.
Artinya itu saba itu semua, papa winasanang itu artinya mengurangi semua perbuatan buruk, artinya untuk menghancurkan, mengurangi, meminimalisir semua perbuatan buruk. Dan sabaloka hitataya, pada zaman adanya Sang Buddha, artinya ini sebenarnya sutta ceramah ini adalah untuk mengurangi perbuatan buruk. Sedangkan sekarang kan dibilangnya itu blessing atau berkah, dan orang-orang sekarang itu berpikir bahwa itu semua datang dari dewa tanpa perlu melakukan apapun, tapi hanya memohon dan bisa mendapatkan berkah. Jadi itu ada beda konsep kesannya. Dan sabaloka hitataya itu artinya untuk manfaat seluruh alam, seluruh dunia. Jadi Buddha mengajarkan tentang Manggala untuk manfaat kita semua. Sedangkan he itu artinya orang baik. Jadi Manggalang tang bana mahe artinya mari bersama-sama kita recite orang-orang baik, mari kita bersama-sama melantunkan tentang Manggala Sutta ini.
So to teach this Manggala Sutta in the human, among the social community, there's appear in the world. The people are searching for the 12 years. So there's one term in the Pali, kolahala. Kolahala is the Pali word. So this word is the shouting or excitement about. Yeah, the English translation gives the excitement about, but I will tell you, kolahala means talking among the people. The Manggala, people are searching Manggala about this is talking among the people. There's 5 kinds of kolahala. If the people are talking about the Manggala, people the Buddha preached, this is called Manggala Sutta. This is called Manggala Kolahala. There are 5 kinds of kolahala in the commentaries. Number 1 is a Kappa kolahala. Kolahala concerning with the word. The word with that destroy, the word with the broken, will be broken. One will Kappa kolahala, the day when the word will be the destroy, is arising among the people. Before the word is broken. What that means the 100,000 years before. 100,000 years before, the people, among the people this world, from here, after 100,000 years, the world will be destroyed. The world will be the disappear. The world will be the broken. There will be the no people in the world. There will be no more world after 100,000 years. So among the people, this world is kappa kolahala is happening. In this way, to destroy the world kappa kolahala is during the 100,000 years. The other one is a Chakrawati kolahala. To appear the Chakrawati, king monarch, the wheel rolling king monarch will be appear in the world. Chakrawati kolahala is arise among the people before the 100 years. The other one is Buddha kolahala. Buddha kolahala, before the Buddhas appear in the world, 1,000 years before, the people are talking about the Buddha. There will be the Buddha appear in the world. So the other one is Manggala kolahala. Manggala. After 12 years later, after talking about the 12 years, the teaching, the Manggala will be preached the Buddha. That's why this is very important. Like appearing the Buddha. Because the development of the people, for the happiness of the people, Manggala is important. The last one is Moniya. There's only one person who practices Moniya practice in the one Buddha's time, one Buddha's period. That's why Moniya teaching, before the practice Moniya teaching, 7 years before, among the people, they are uprising, they are talking about the Moniya practice. In this way, Manggala is one of the 5 kinds of kolahala, one of the very important teaching to be understood and to be practiced. Because depend on the Manggala, the people will be developed, not only the social welfare, but also their spiritual welfare. From the very beginning to the very high spiritual attainment, until the final Nibbana. That's why Manggala is very important. Manggala is related not only the practitioner, not only the very old people, but also the kid. From the young, very young people to the adult until the final attainment. That's why in the teaching of the Manggala, all level of the people can practice, all level of the people have to practice in our daily life.
Jadi Buddha mengajarkan Manggala ini untuk manusia, untuk kesejahteraan sosial, di mana orang-orang mencari tahu pada arti Manggala itu sendiri selama 12 tahun. Dan ada, Ko Budi tolong bantu.
Sorry, you want to ask me?
No, it's okay.
No, Bhante, I will have to translate, Bhante. Untuk mengajarkan manusia, setelah 12 tahun pembicaraan atau pertanyaan mengenai apakah berkah utama itu. Di dalam terminologi dalam bahasa Pali dikenal ada kolahala. Kolahala ini artinya adalah percakapan di antara orang-orang mengenai sesuatu. Mahal kolahala. Yang pertama adalah kappa kolahala, yaitu pembicaraan mengenai kapan dunia ini akan hancur. Pembicaraan ini muncul 100.000 tahun sebelum dunia ini hancur. Yang kemudian adalah Cakrawati kolahala. Cakrawati kolahala ini adalah pembicaraan mengenai munculnya seorang cakrawati atau raja dunia. Pembicaraan ini muncul sebelum munculnya seorang cakrawati. Yang ketiga adalah Buddha Kolahala. Buddha Kolahala ini adalah pembicaraan mengenai munculnya seorang Buddha. Pembicaraan ini muncul 1000 tahun sebelum kemunculan seorang Buddha. Yang keempat adalah Manggala Kolahala. Manggala Kolahala ini adalah pembicaraan mengenai apa itu berkah utama yang nantinya akan diajarkan oleh Sang Buddha. Pembicaraan mengenai apa itu berkah utama itu muncul 12 tahun sebelum Manggala Sutta ini diajarkan oleh Sang Buddha. Yang kelima adalah Monea Kolahala. Monea Kolahala ini adalah ada satu orang yang berlatih monea. Pembicaraan ini muncul 7 tahun sebelum seseorang berlatih monea. Jadi Manggala Sutta ini adalah hal yang sangat penting karena merupakan satu di antara 5 kolahala. Bergantung dengan Manggala Sutta ini mengajarkan mengenai pelatihan untuk mencapai kesejahteraan sosial hingga kesejahteraan spiritual. Dari permulaan hingga sampai ke tujuan akhir.
Okay. Now I'm going to start. Okay. So at the original Sutta of Manggala, Sutta, it starts from here. So before I already presented a little about the history, the background of the Manggala. So I presented the Paikansa Kohala because to understand the importance of the Manggala. Ewan mesudan ekang samayang bhagawa sawatiyan viharati. Jedavani nasal bindika sal anatal bindika sal arame. Okay. Ewan, the meaning Ewan is thus, may refer to I. Sudan is heart. Sudan is the hear. Sutta. So the translation is that I have heard. Egan samya. Egan samya. Samya is the time. Egan is once. And once time, here the translated as on one occasion. Bhagawa is the Buddha. The exalted one, translated here is the exalted one. Sawatiyan is the name of the Sawati, called the Sawati. At the Sawati. Viharati is the Buddha. Viharati is the birth, living. That's when the Buddha was living at Sawati, near Sawati. So Bhagawa Sawati and Viharati mean that Buddhas live in Sawati. This one, Jedavani Anata Bintikasal Arami, is the adjective form. So this one is modifying the place. In Sawati, near the Sawati, there is a Jedavana. Jeda is the name of the princess, name of the prince. Vana is the grove or the forest or garden. So Jedavana is the guardian of the Jeda, prince. So before the Anata Bindikas, this Arama, this group is belong to the Jeda. That's why here represent the Jedavana. Jedavana later become the name of the monastery. At the beginning, it was the name of the garden. Jeda is owner of the garden. Vana is the garden. So Anata Bindikasa Arami. Later it became the owner, the Anata Bindika. Anata Bindikada means of the anatta bindika. Ara may mean the ara may also something about compound or complex. Or ara may sometimes we can translate as the garden also. So this garden is belong to another bindika. So Jedavane sometimes we cannot understand. In Jedavane there are so many places. There may be so many places, but with the Anatta Bindika Arami, the 10 modifying the 10, this is this certain place. Not belong to other people, belong to the Anatta Bindika. However, here Jedavana is represent the name of the monastery. At the beginning, this is the owner of the name of owner. Later, it become the monastery. So once time, the Buddha was staying at the Jedavana. So the 10 A1 Mesutan is taught by the Venerable Ananda at the very first Buddhist council after 3 months of the Buddha's passing away. There were 6 Buddhist great council at the very first time to collect and to combine the Buddha's teaching, not to scatter any other places. They make the Sanghayana. Sanghayana means the Buddhist council. Venerable Ananda reported to the Sangha. Venerable Ananda reported to the Mahathera, Venerable Mahakashapa. So Venerable Ananda heard from the Buddha. Sutta means the heart. Sutta is listening. However, the sutta not only the hearing, not only the listening, but Venerable Ananda learned from the Buddha by heart, not by the script, but by the listening. Venerable Ananda learned from the Buddhas, and Venerable Ananda tried to maintain this sutta not to disappear in his memory. In the first Buddhist council, Venerable Ananda reported using the word Ewan Me Sutta, I have learned, I have heard in this way. This is the word Venerable Ananda, I heard in this way from the Buddha. When the Buddha is living in the Jedavana monastery. Okay.
Maaf. Baik, sekarang Bhante akan memulai dan ini adalah original prolog pembukaan dari Sutta Manggala Sutta dan Bhante sudah menjelaskan tentang latar belakang dan juga 5 kolahala untuk kalian mengerti betapa pentingnya Manggala itu atau berkah. Dan di sini Ewang Me Sutang artinya itulah yang saya dengar. Dan kata ini disebutkan oleh Yang Mulia Bhante Ananda di konsili pertama. Waktu mengikuti konsili Buddhis pertama untuk mengkompilasi ajaran Buddha. Dan waktu itu Yang Mulia Bhante Ananda melaporkannya kepada Yang Mulia Bhante Mahakasapa. Bhante Ananda mendengarkan semua ajaran Buddha dan mengingatnya dalam hatinya. Dan untuk menjaga supaya tidak hilang, maka beliau di konsili melaporkannya kepada Bhante Mahakasapa dan mencatatnya. Jadi Ewang Me Sutang itu artinya itulah yang saya dengar, itulah yang saya pelajari. Dan Ekang Samayang Bagawa, Samayang artinya waktu, Ekang artinya suatu. Jadi suatu waktu, Bagawa, yaitu Sang Buddha sendiri. Sawatiyang artinya disawati. Wiharati itu tempat tinggal, tempat berdiam. Jetawane, Jeta itu nama tempatnya sendiri. Dan Jetawana itu sebenarnya, wana itu artinya hutan. Jadi di hutan Jeta. Di dekat Sawati. Anatta Pindikasa, pemilik dari Arame artinya komplek. Jadi komplek Cetawana yang dulunya sebenarnya adalah kebun. Dan Anatapindikasa adalah pemilik dari Cetawana itu sendiri.
Okay. In that time, Atako Anyadra Divada Bigandaya Rattiya Bigandawana Kivlakapan Jedawanan Ovasitwa Yena Bhagawa Ti Nupasangame Upasangamitwa Bhagavandan God Bhagavandan Abhivaditwa Ekamandan Atasi. Okay. Atako means in that time. In that time, the Buddha was dwelling in the Savatthi, in Jedawana. Anyadra Devada. Anyadra is translated as the 13. But here, Anyadra is not well known in the scripture. Who is the name? Unknown name. Anyadra is unknown name. Devada is the one of the god. Abhigandaya Rattiya. Rattiya is at night. Abhigandaya is with illuminating the night. Abhigandawana Kevalakapan Jedawanan Ovasitwa. Wana here is the lightning very beautifully. Kevalakapan is that the whole Jedawanam is the Jedawana monastery. Ovasitwa is lightning. So Abhigandaya Rattiya. Abhigandaya Rattiya, Abhigandawana. He has a two-turn Abhiganda. But the first one is the illuminating the night with the beautiful illuminating. With the beauty of illuminating, Kevalakapan means the whole Jedawana is the Jedawana monastery. Ovasitwa also illuminating. So here translated as illuminated the entire Jeda growth. Jeda growth here, Jedawana. I like to translate his Jeda monastery. Jedawana monastery. Here, Jeda is the name of the Prince Jeda. Grove is the Wana. But I like to translate here Jedawana monastery because the Buddha is living at the monastery, living at the building, not at the grove. That's why I prefer to translate this one, Jedawana, at the Jedawana monastery. Yena Bhagawa te upasangame. Upasangame here, tena upasangame. Upasangame means approach. Yena, in which place the Buddha was living. Bhagawa is the Buddha. Yena is in where. Where the Buddha lived, tenumpa sangame, there, that Deva, that deity's approach. That means the Deva approach to the Buddha, illuminating the whole Jedawana monastery, illuminating all the Jedawana monastery. Upasangamitwa, the being having approach to the Buddha, having approach, Upasangamitwa, Bhagavantam, to the Buddha, toward the Buddha, Abhivaditwa. Abhivaditwa means giving respect to the Buddha. Ekalmantan Attasi. Ekalmantan Attasi means he approached toward the suitable place. Ekalmantan is a suitable place, proper place. Okay.
Atako artinya itu saat itu. Anatara Dewata, Abhikantaya Ratia, Abhikantawana. Maksudnya itu Atako di saat itu Buddha sedang tinggal di hutan Jeta. Anatara artinya tanpa nama atau seseorang yang tidak dikenal gitu ya, makhluk yang tidak dikenal. Sedangkan Abhikantaya itu artinya bercahaya. Dan pada waktu itu malam, jadi dengan cahaya terang di malam hari. Kewalakapang artinya seluruh. Jetawana obasetwa. Obasetwa juga artinya menerangi. Menerangi seluruh hutan Jeta. Abhikantaya ini ada dua di sini, tapi beda. Yang pertama itu artinya menerangi sinar terang yang begitu indah di malam hari. Dan yang kedua itu artinya sinar terang yang menerangi seluruh hutan Jeta. Jeta itu adalah Jetawana. Wana itu artinya hutan. Tapi di sini yang dimaksud adalah wihara Jetawana. Karena Buddha waktu itu tinggalnya di bangunan ya, bukan di hutan. Di wihara jadinya. Yena Bhagawa. Yena itu artinya di mana. Bhagawa sang Buddha tinggal. Lalu tenu pasan kami artinya mendekati. Jadi ditranslate sesosok dewa dengan cahaya yang cemerlang setelah menghampiri seluruh hutan Jeta, menghampiri sang Bhagawa. Dan lalu Abiwadetwa artinya menghormat. Eka mantang artinya tempat yang cocok.
Okay. Here, the 10 Eka mantang. This is a very important term to understand when we live among the Buddhist society. Eka mantang is that Eka is one, Ekan antang. Antang is the side, one side and one side. Atasi means that Atasi is they may stand or they may sit or any position. But Eka mantang, the word is a combination of Eka and Anta, and one part means there are 6 kinds of danger of the living place. When we approach to the respected people, we have to avoid 6 places. It should not be the higher places than our respected person. No higher places and not near places. Not very near, yes. Not very near, not very far places. And not backside of the respected people, directly backside of the respected people, and the directly front side of the respected people. So now it's 5 places. The other one is the place where the wind is coming. Upper side of the wind coming, we should also be avoided because the smell of our body can reach to our respected people. That's why this 6th place is to be avoided to call Eka mantang, suitable places. That's why when we are approached to our respected people, it is very difficult not to approach very closest place, very near place, to avoid our smell of some of the unnecessary things. So not too far, not too close. Not the higher places, not the directly backside, not the directly front side. And not the place where the wind comes from. So these 6 places to be avoided when we approach to the respected people. So the Deva also take one of the places avoiding from these 6 kinds of dangerous places. These 6 kinds of unnecessary places.
Eka mantang atasi. Eka itu artinya satu, mantang itu artinya sisi. Jadi kalau ditranslate itu kata eka mantang atasi, eka mantang sendiri itu kata yang harus kita ketahui lebih dalam ya, bahwa ada 6 tempat, 6 posisi di mana yang harus dihindari pada saat kita menghormat orang yang kita hormati. Yaitu tempat kita itu tidak boleh lebih tinggi daripada orang yang kita hormati, tidak boleh terdekat, tidak boleh terlalu dekat, tidak boleh terlalu jauh, tidak boleh di belakang orang yang kita hormati, juga tidak boleh pas-pasan gitu di depan orang yang kita hormati. Juga tidak boleh di posisi di mana angin bertiup ke arah lewat kita ke orang yang kita hormati, karena bau tubuh ini akan sampai dan itu tidak dianggap tidak sopan ya, tidak baik. Jadi tidak boleh terlalu dekat, juga tidak boleh terlalu jauh. Harus tidak boleh di posisi di mana angin bertiup dari arah kita ke orang yang kita hormati. Jadi dewa itu juga mengambil posisi yang tepat, posisi yang cocok.
Okay. Ekamantan titako sadewa dal bhagavantan gata ajalbasi. Ekamantan titako, after having stand or after having sit in that suitable place, sadevada, that deva, that deities, Bhagavantan to the Buddha, Gata Ijabasi, reported to the Buddha with the buzzers. That deva report to the Buddha with the buzz about the Manggala. So here deva is, who is that deva? The commentary explained that deva is the king of the deva, Sakka. Because the deva, the other deities reported to the king of the deva, Sakka. About this information, they are searching the Manggala until the 12 years, but they cannot find. The Sakka understand as soon as they reported him, there's only one person who can preach, who can teach the Manggala is the Buddha. So that deva, that Sakka come to the Jedavana, illuminating the whole Jedavana monastery and residing in one place, one suitable place, he reported to the Buddha about the Manggala.
Lalu setelah mengambil posisi di tempat yang cocok, makhluk surgawi itu melapor kepada Sang Buddha dengan syair tentang Manggala. Siapakah dewa itu? Dewa itu adalah raja para dewa, yaitu Sakka, dewa Sakka. Karena ada seorang dewa yang melaporkan kepada dewa Sakka tentang perdebatan, tentang arti dari Manggala selama 12 tahun ini. Jadi sang dewa Sakka datang kepada Buddha, datang dengan menerangi hutan Jetawana, menerangi seluruh wihara, berdiri mengambil posisi yang tepat, lalu menanyakan kepada Buddha dalam syair.
So the first verses is here. Bahudeva manusajal mangalanin accendeyo. Agankamana sotanam bruhi mangala mutama. Bahudeva. Bahudevas. Bahu means that many. Deva is the deities. In Manusha is also same to the Bhasa. Manusha, people. Many people and many deva. This Bahu is follow not only the deva, but also the Manusha. So that's why it become the Bahu deva, Bahu Manusha. Mangalanin accendeyo. Mangalanin means that there's a plural number, Mangala. Plural number of the Manggala. So development of the people, auspicious teaching of the people, the blessing of the people, they are searching. Accendeyon is we can say that this is a perfect tense of the Pali script. So Mangalanin, usually this is in the past tense, but something about perfect, similar with the perfect tense. That's why the peoples are already taught, the peoples are already searching the Manggala, not only the people, but also the Deva. So agankamana satana. Why the peoples and devas are searching? Because of satana. Here for the black sins, many deeds and men's good. Satana is, I don't see here, no? On the black sin. Agankamana. All 10. Here I don't see the translation. Okay, satana for the benefit, for the sukha. Similar meaning of the satana is the sukha. That's why we can say for the happiness, for the welfare, for the benefit of the people. Akankamana is there. Or here, satana is good. Yes, good. Only translated as the good. So akankamana is because they want. Here is a yearning after good. They are searching the good there. Okay. Bahu bruhi mangala modama. That means bruhi is please preach. Asking the Buddha to preach the mangala. Here, mangala, Uttama mangala is different. Yes. Mangala Sutta is the name mangala is coming under the name of Uttama mangala, the highest mangala. This all the teaching precious and this Sutta is not just mangala. This is Uttama mangala. Uttama mangala is the highest. Uttama is the highest. There is nothing higher than this mangala. That's why this is called the Uttama mangala, to practice to the people. The Deva come to the Buddha and the reporters about the searching the mangala and ask the Buddha to preach the mangala.
Oke, kita sekarang ke syair yang pertama, Bahu Dewa Manu Saja. Bahu artinya banyak, dewa itu dewa, manusia sama seperti bahasa kita yaitu manusia. Jadi banyak dewa, banyak manusia. Manggalani acintayum. Manggalani itu bentuk jamak, bentuk plural dari manggala, berkah. Jadi berkah-berkah. Acintayum itu artinya sudah mencari. Akan kamana sotanang, mengapa mencari manggala itu, mengapa mencari berkah. Sota di sini ditranslate, diterjemahkan sebagai hanya baik ya, good. Tapi sebenarnya itu menurut Bhante itu untuk manfaat, untuk kebahagiaan, untuk kesejahteraan, untuk suka. Jadi mencari kebahagiaan, mencari kesejahteraan. Bruhi artinya mohon ajarkan, mohon terangkan. Meminta Buddha untuk menjelaskan. Manggala Mutamang. Manggala Sutta itu kan nama sutanya. Kalau Manggala Mutamang itu artinya utama itu tinggi. Jadi manggala tertinggi, berkah tertinggi, berkah utama. Jadi tidak ada yang lebih tinggi daripada berkah ini. Jadi dewa datang kepada Sang Buddha melapor tentang perdebatan akan hal-hal apa yang membawa berkah dan memohon meminta penjelasan dari Sang Buddha.
Here the commentary explained that the Sottana di Sottidbhavan Sabbi Sandikta Dhammika Samprayikana Sobanana Ditta Dhammika Samprayikana. This word is important. Ditta Dhammika is this life, in the present life. Samprayika is afterlife. So Ditta Dhammika Samprayikana Sobanana. Sobana is the beautiful. Sobana is the good. Sobana Sundara Kalyana is a synonymous term. Dhammanatikan and Vutta. So the people who aspected to the Dharma, who aspected to the good of this life and the afterlife, please preach the Manggala. That's why the Sotana is not only represent this word. So the person who follow the Manggala, who practice the Manggala, is not only can achieve the benefit of this life, but also the next life. Even the attainment of the liberation, final nirvana. That's why to get those kinds of benefit, the Deva asked the Buddha about the Manggala.
Lalu di kitab komentar di bagian bawah itu dituliskan ditadamikasa samparawikana, itu artinya di kehidupan ini dan juga di kehidupan berikut. Sedangkan sobananang itu artinya baik atau sesuatu yang indah. Jadi mengharapkan, menginginkan sesuatu yang baik, sesuatu yang indah di hidup ini dan juga di hidup berikut. Mohon ajarkanlah kepada kami. Jadi orang-orang yang mempraktekkan Manggala Sutta ini tidak hanya bermanfaat di hidup ini saja, tapi bermanfaat untuk hidup selanjutnya sampai kebebasan tertinggi, yaitu mencapai nibbana.
Here, the commentary say the Manggala as the Edikaran, Udikaran, Sampadikaran. There's a three word representing the Manggala. Edikaran, Udikaran is the increasing, which make the increasing, which make the developing. Sampadikarana, which make the fulfillment of the good things. So Manggala is something which can make the development, which can make the increasing good things. So Uttama is the translated as or interpreted in commentary. We say tang pawaran sabaloka hita sukhawaha. Sabaloka hita sukhawaha. This word. So all the entire world, for the happiness of entire world. Uttama means for the happiness of entire world. That's why Uttama Manggala and Manggala is the different. Uttama Manggala is the more higher than the Manggala. So here, Uttama Manggala, Manggala Uttama, Manggala Uttama is for the all entire world, not only single person. Who practice the Manggala is practicing for welfare of all people, not only for ourselves. So in this life and afterlife, not only individual person, but also for our social life, but also the society. So the Deva acts not only for him, but also for all people. That's why Manggala Uttama. Okay.
Jadi dengan mempraktekkan Manggala, hal-hal yang diajarkan oleh Sang Buddha ini, Manggala ini, seseorang bisa mencapai fulfillment, pemenuhan atau perbuatan-perbuatan baik atau hal-hal baiknya akan bertambah untuk kebahagiaan. Dan Manggala Mutamang itu sendiri artinya lebih tinggi, jadi bukan berkah biasa tapi berkah yang lebih tinggi dan juga bisa untuk seluruh dunia, kesejahteraan semua orang. Jadi tidak hanya untuk diri sendiri tapi untuk semua orang, tidak hanya untuk kehidupan ini tapi juga untuk kehidupan yang akan datang. Jadi Dewa menanyakan tentang Manggala ini bukan untuk dirinya sendiri, tapi untuk kesejahteraan semua.
Okay, from the beginning to now, do you have any question regarding to our discussion?
Baik, dari awal sampai sekarang, apakah ada yang ingin bertanya tentang diskusi yang Bhante jelaskan ini?
Ya, teman-teman, kalau misalnya ada yang mau ditanyakan dari awal penjelasan Bhante sampai sekarang, bisa langsung raise hand, atau kalau mau lewat chat, Zoom juga bisa langsung dikirim aja ke saya, Vincent, atau ke Valencia Salim. So, Bhante, to to highlight one things that you've been explained. So Manggala Sutta is, can I call this like a list of things that someone should do to bring blessings to their life? Is it? Can I call it like that, Bhante?
To bring blessing to daily life.
So Manggala Sutta is a list of things that one should do in their life.
Yes. Yes, one should do in our daily life.
Okay.
Vincent bertanya singkat bahwa Manggala Sutta ini apa boleh dibilang sebagai kompilasi hal-hal yang membawa yang seseorang harus lakukan di kehidupannya sehari-hari, kehidupannya. Dan Bhante mengatakan iya.
So I think we are good. Bhante can teach.
Bhante can continue.
Continue.
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to start the first Manggala. Before we are going the introduction session of the Manggala. Now we are going to start. Okay. Asevana cha bala nang pandita nang cha sevana. Puja ja puja niyanam itang Manggala Utama. In this verse is this stanzas, there's 3 Manggala, 3 keyword. Balanam, Panditanam, Pujaneyanam. Balana is the foolish people. Panditanam is the wise people. Pujaneyanam is the people who are worthy to respect, who are worthy to honor. But they are different birth. Asevana, not associating with the Bala, with the foolish people. Sevana and asevana is 2 opposite terms. Sevana is the associating with. Asevana is not associating with. Bala is the foolish people. Pandita is the wise people. Pandita not just educated people. Pandita is the wise people. Wise people and the educated people is different. Sometimes the people can learn to be educated, to become an educated person. But to become a wise person, we need the critical thinking. We need our intellectual capacity, not only memorizing, not only collecting the knowledge. So Pandita is different from the educated person. So Puja Niyana. Puja is the making puja. We can say, you understand puja. Puja is the making puja, giving respect, giving honor, who are worthy to respect, who are worthy to honor. Edam Manggala Utama. Here we already explained about Manggala Utama. This is the highest auspicious, the higher honor, the highest prize to bring the benefit of the people, benefit of the world. So Edam means that these 3 teachings are the highest teaching to practice for the welfare of our life. Okay.
Baik, kita mulai dengan yang pertama yaitu asewana cabalanang panditanan casewanang puja nihanang eta Manggala Utama. Dalam syair stansa ini ada 3 manggala. Dan ada 3 kata-kata penting, key point, yaitu balanang, orang-orang yang dungu, orang-orang yang bodoh, orang-orang yang tidak bijaksana. Panditanang itu artinya orang yang bijaksana, orang-orang yang bijaksana. Puja neyanang itu orang-orang yang patut dihormat. Tapi di sini kata kerjanya berbeda ya. Sewana itu artinya bergaul. Jadi sewana kan pertamanya itu asewana, artinya jadi tidak bergaul. Asewana cabalanang, tidak bergaul dengan mereka yang tidak bijaksana, yang bodoh atau yang duku. Panditanan ca sewana artinya bergaul dengan mereka yang bijaksana. Dan pandita itu, orang yang bijaksana itu tidak hanya orang-orang yang berpendidikan, tapi dia sudah bijaksana. Dan orang yang bijaksana dan orang yang berpendidikan itu dua hal yang berbeda. Kalau orang berpendidikan itu kan dia belajar, dia menjadi berpendidikan. Sedangkan orang yang bijaksana itu tidak hanya mengumpulkan pengetahuan, tapi dia lebih arif gitu ya. Puja niyanang, puja sendiri itu seperti yang kalian tahu artinya membuat puja, memberi hormat. Artinya jadi puja niyanang itu orang-orang yang patut dihormat. Hetang manggala mutamang. Seperti yang dibahas tadi, manggala mutamang adalah berkah yang tertinggi yang dipraktekkan untuk membawa manfaat pada semua makhluk dan juga kepada di seluruh dunia. Dan ini adalah 3 hal yang perlu kita praktekkan.
So here, balal people, foolish people cannot give advice, righteous advice. So, however, the pandita, the wise man can give the advice, what should we do and what should we avoid it? What is righteous thing and what is wrong thing? So in the commentary here is given, Balananti, Balandi asasanti bala, asasita pasasita matina, jiwandi napanya jivitina, depiyo. This means, Bala people live their life with the wrong way. They are just breathing in and just breathe out. Their life is useless. They have ruined their life. They are living in their daily life without knowledge. Without knowledge means their livelihood is not leading by their wisdom, not leading by their wise, their intellectual capacities. We can say here that just physical worker, but some physical worker, they have the intelligence, what should be avoided, what is not spiritually good. They may be poor, but they are still can be the wise people because they know what is the right thing to do, what is wrong thing to be avoided. If they don't know what is right and wrong, cause and effect, they are not living with the panya, not living their life with the wisdom. So bandita is always live their life with the righteous men, with their intelligence. Balal people usually do here yekeji banadi badadi akusla kamabatas managada sata. The people who usually kill the beings, if their livelihood, if their business is killing the animal, we cannot say that is good thing. That is good practice, good earning. Panadibada. There's another name is adinadana. And there are so many companies who's stealing the physical capacity, stealing the intellectual capacity, stealing the investment. There are so many ways to steal. So sometimes we don't know even ourselves. So to give the possible wave, possible salary to the worker, if we don't give the possible appropriate wage or the salary, it is not righteous way. They are stealing. The adinadana, panadibada adinadana. There are also so many people who are committed the kamisumicachara. to earn the money. Musawada, telling lie, especially musawada, we can say the politician. If you don't want to commit to the musawada, it is better not to do the politics. Still, you are following the, I don't know what is happening, but musawada happening in the political society, political environment. When we are looking at the news, when we are looking at the reporters in the news, there are so many things reported to the news in unrighteous way. So those people, we cannot say those are pandita. They only know they may have some skill to earn the money. They may have some skill, but they are not wise people. They don't look other people's benefit. They just look their any money. They just want to fulfill their desire. They just look at it for themselves. That's why those kinds of people are not under the names of the pandita. So here, banadi badadi akusala kama bata smana gada. Akusala kama bata mean there are 10 kinds of akusala kama bata. Manggala Sutta is usually associated with 10 kinds of demeritorious deeds and 10 kinds of meritorious deeds. So do we try these 10 kinds of meritorious deeds to follow is very important.
Baik, orang-orang yang dikatakan balanang, orang-orang yang dungu, bodoh, tidak bijaksana itu, mereka tidak bisa memberi nasihat yang baik. Sedangkan panditanang itu orang-orang yang bisa memberikan nasihat yang baik, dalam arti memberitahu apa yang harus dilakukan, apa yang harus dihindari, menyemangati untuk perbuatan baik. Jadi orang-orang yang dungu ini, mereka hidup dengan cara hidup yang salah. Hanya bernafas masuk keluar dan tidak berguna, dan mereka ini seringkali tanpa pengetahuan dan yang pasti tidak hidup dibimbing dengan kebijaksanaan. Mereka tidak tahu yang mana yang salah, mana yang benar, tidak tahu apa yang harus dihindari, apa yang harus dilakukan, tidak hidup dengan pandangan benar. Dan mereka itu masih melakukan perbuatan buruk, misalnya panatipata, yaitu membunuh. Jika mata pencariannya masih membunuh makhluk hidup, itu tidak baik. Dan juga kalau masih melakukan adinadana atau mencuri, mencuri itu bisa banyak macam ya, banyak jenis, dan misalnya mencuri secara jasmani, atau mencuri pengetahuan, atau mencuri investasi. Dan bahkan kalau kita misalnya memberi gaji dan gajinya itu tidak sesuai, itu boleh dibilang kita melakukan adinadana. Sedangkan musawada itu lalu tindakan buruk, perbuatan buruk musawada, berbohong, itu biasanya kalau nggak mau, kata Bhante, kalau nggak mau melakukan musawada, jauh-jauh dari politik, karena lingkungan politik seringkali membuat perbuatan buruk seperti berbohong. Seperti waktu kita melihat berita, seringkali kadang-kadang kita lihat tuh hal-hal yang tidak benar yang dilaporkan. Dan itu hanya untuk kepentingan dari orang-orangnya itu sendiri. Mereka tidak melihat keuntungan untuk semuanya. Jadi dia termasuk yang egois, yang mementingkan kepentingannya sendiri. Dan orang-orang semacam itu tidak termasuk dalam pandita. Mereka orang-orang yang masih melakukan 10 perbuatan buruk.
Okay, listening their words, following their activity is danger, not only to ourselves, but also to our environment. That's why to be avoided from those kinds of people. Here, there's some evidence in the Buddhist scripture. The prince Ajatasattu is associated with the Devadatta, Venerable Devadatta. Because of associating Devadatta, he's committed to killing his father. That's why the Devadatta is mentioned in the commentary as the Bala. So he destroyed, Venerable Devadatta destroyed not only himself, but also to the Ajatasattu. If the Ajatasattu did not associate with the Venerable Devadatta, he have the ability to understand the Dharma, to get the eyes of Dharma, to understand the Buddha's teaching, which we can say the Sotabatti. After associating, and he committed to the Buddha to kill his father. That's why he destroyed not only himself, but also his the karma. That's why not to associate with the people. If sometimes we are living this kinds of foolish people, this kinds of bala people, not to listen their word is very important. Sometimes we cannot avoid the environment. We cannot avoid those kinds of people. In that situation, not to listen their word is become the model, not to listen. If we can listen, sometimes we are not advised to listen their word, not to accept their word. Become the important things. So the first time we have to avoid from those kinds of environment, those kinds of people. If we cannot do it, it is better not to speak. If we are speaking those people, if we are listening those kinds of people's speech, not to accept is very important. After accepting their word, we are misleading. That's why here Akiti Pandita, here Akiti Pandita means that the ascetist, the wise ascetic Akiti asked the price from the king of the Saga. In the commentary, this is his story about the story. He, the ascetic asked the price not to associate with the Bala people, foolish people. If they associate, not to listen their word. If listen, not to accept their speech. So very important thing when we meet with the Bala to follow the stages.
Baik, jadi yang pertama itu jangan bergaul dengan orang-orang bodoh karena mereka tidak hanya membahayakan diri sendiri, tapi juga bahaya untuk orang-orang yang di sekitar kita. Contohnya ini dari kitab komentar ditulis adalah Pangeran Ajatasattu yang bergaul dengan Devadatta, jadi melakukan pembunuhan, membunuh ayahnya. Dan dia tidak hanya menghancurkan dirinya sendiri, tapi juga Devadatta ini menghancurkan Ajatasattu dalam arti Pangeran Ajatasattu ini memiliki kemampuan untuk memahami ajaran Buddha, dan dia pada saat itu kalau tidak melakukan pembunuhan ke ayahnya itu, maka dia bisa mencapai tingkat tataran kesucian Sotapanna. Tapi itu tidak terjadi karena dia melakukan karma buruk yang besar. Namun karena lingkungan, kita tidak bisa menghindar orang-orang yang bala, orang-orang yang bodoh ini. Dan kalau kita tidak bisa menghindar, jangan dengarkan kata-katanya, jangan terima kata-katanya. Jadi kalau tidak bisa dan terpaksa harus bicara, kita jangan terima kata-katanya.
So on the other hand, associated with the people here, we can listen from them good advice. In the rational fit, noble thoughts, clear thinking, self-control, good conduct, and we also can conquer the hindrances and can gain the wisdom. And also we can get some advice to be liberated from the samsara. That's why the Buddhas encourage to associate with the wise people. So associating bad people and associating good people is totally contradiction, totally different. all the evil thing, all the violation, all the conflicts in the world is because of Bala people, because of foolish people. The people who are announced as the educated people, they are creating the problem. The people, they announce themselves as the wisdom, as the highest people, as the noble people. Some people are announcing themselves, but actually they just look what they want. They are just creating what they want without taking care, without care of any other beings. Even they are talking about the peacemaker in the world. They are just talking in their mouth, peacemaker, peacemaker. They are making peace. But in their world, foolishly in their heart. Foolish in their heart, but their word is so sweet. Very nice songs, very good speaking. We may think this is intelligent people, but I think most of the people are not intelligent, but they are educated. So educated people can bring, I don't say all the people, but some of the people can bring to the harmony of the society. And the name is education. That's why when we are learning about the education, when we are learning about the information, we need two things. One thing is our wisdom. The other thing is the feeling. Feeling represents here our compassion, karuna. So to feed others, we need our compassion. That's why educated people need more compassion, more karuna. When the education only is leading to the world, it becomes like a robot. Robot can create something, machine can create something, but they have no emotion. They have no heart. So if only heart, it only compassion is leading without intelligence, it looks like the foolish man, just feeling, they cannot produce anything. They cannot think. They are just feeling. Their emotion is the highest statue, at the highest statue. So the wise, wisdom and the emotion, compassion need to compare here. That's why Pandita here not only mean only the wisdom, not only the education, not only the memorizing, not only the learning, the knowledge, but also the need, what the people want, what the benefit, whether they can harm their mind, whether this can harm to their physical body, any materiality. We need to look every single aspect, whether from the wise, whether from the emotion. So to become Pandita, not only the wisdom, but also to think consequently, to think reasonably.
Sedangkan pandita, orang yang bijaksana itu bisa memberi nasihat yang baik, bisa memiliki pengendalian diri yang baik, memiliki perilaku yang baik, dan dengan bergaul dengan mereka yang bijaksana, kalian bisa memperoleh kebijaksanaan. Dan bahkan nasihat-nasihat untuk bisa sampai terbebaskan dari samsara. Dan itulah mengapa pentingnya bergaul dengan mereka yang bijaksana dan menjauhi mereka yang bodoh. Dan semua konflik di dunia ini ada karena orang-orang yang bodoh. Mereka bisa saja menyebut dirinya sebagai orang yang berpendidikan, bahkan hadir sebagai orang yang seakan-akan memiliki pengetahuan banyak, orang-orang yang noble atau orang-orang yang terpandang. Tapi mereka cuma mencari kepentingan dan mereka tidak memikirkan kepentingan seluruh orang, tapi mereka hanya mementingkan dirinya sendiri. Dan untuk menjadi orang yang bijaksana itu dibutuhkan dua hal, yaitu kebijaksanaan itu sendiri dan karuna, yaitu welas asih. Orang-orang yang berpendidikan itu punya karuna. Seringkali kalau mereka tidak punya karuna, mereka tidak bisa dibilang orang-orang yang bijaksana. Karuna itu penting, welas asih itu penting karena sekarang ini kan semua bisa dibuat dengan mesin. Tapi bedanya kalau misalnya orang yang bijaksana itu dia tidak hanya bisa produksi tapi juga bisa memiliki welas asih. Dan sebaliknya orang bodoh itu mereka tidak punya pengetahuan dan juga tidak punya welas asih. Jadi kombinasi dari kebijaksanaan dan emosi, yaitu karuna. Dan tidak hanya edukasi, tidak hanya pengetahuan, tapi dia bisa memikirkan kepentingan banyak orang. Oke, Bhante.
The other one, Pandita, to associate with the wise people. Here, Ditta Dhammi Sanditika Samprayike Su Ate Su Jnana Gatiya Gachanti. So Pandita mean, the wise men mean, when they walk for the benefit of this life and their next life, only lead by the intelligence, not only education, they lead with their education, not their desire, not their hatred. Sometimes their loba, their desire is leading, depend on their education. But Pandita is not depend on desire, not depend on their hatred. They are leading with a jnana. Jnana is also intelligence. Depend on their intelligence, they do their activity, not only for this life, but also for hereafter. Tata Banadibada Nama Yekeji Banadibada di Bandita Nama Yekeji Banadibada Viramani Adi Akusla Dasa Akusla Kamabatas Samanagada Kusla Kamabatas Samanagada Satta. Pandita, the wise man is referred to who refrain from 10 kinds of demeritorious activity or who practice 10 kinds of meritorious action. The Banditas doesn't kill the beings, they don't take which is not given, they don't commit the Kamisumichachara, no Musawada, no Suramirya, no Visunawaja, no Prusawaja, no Sampaplavawaja. There's no Abhijja, there's no Vyabhada, there's no Michadeti. These 10 kinds of meritorious deeds belong to Pandita, belong to wise man. So we can know the Pandita depends on through the three activity. How they think. The thinking, the wise man and foolish man is different. The speaking, wise man and foolish man is different. The activity of the wise man and foolish man is different. That's why through the speech, through the thinking, their thought, through their activity, we can see whether he is wise or the foolish man. So, Kaya, Vaji, Mano, Kama, these three karmas are very important to know the characteristic of the people. Here, giving the example of the Pandita, Andhakari Viya Bhatipo. If we are lightening to the candle in the night, we can see the room. If we have the light in the night, we can see it, we can read. So it can destroy the darkness of the night. So Pandita can illuminate the backside of the society. But on the other hand, Bala people can make the dark side of the society. That's why these two different things are very important. That's why the Buddha encouraged to practice the association of the wise people. Pandita Nanja Sevana.
Bergaul dengan mereka yang bijaksana. Orang-orang yang bijaksana ini mereka bekerja untuk manfaat semua orang di kehidupan ini dan juga kehidupan berikut dengan kepandaiannya, dengan intelijensianya. Tidak tergantung dari nafsu keinginan, tidak tergantung dari rasa bencinya. Dan siapa orang-orang ini? Orang-orang ini boleh dikatakan adalah orang-orang yang menghindari 10 perbuatan buruk dan melakukan 10 perbuatan baik. Di sini orang yang bijaksana ini tidak membunuh, tidak mencuri, tidak berbuat asusila, tidak berbohong, tidak memfitnah, tidak berbicara kasar, tidak beromong kosong, tidak tamak, tidak berkeinginan jahat, dan tidak memiliki pandangan salah. Dari mana kita tahu kalau orang ini bijaksana atau orang ini dungu atau bodoh? Dari cara berpikirnya. Cara berpikirnya orang bijaksana dan orang dungu itu beda. Bicaranya juga orang bijaksana dan orang dungu itu beda, dan aktivitasnya dari ketiganya ini yaitu berpikir, berbicara, dan aktivitasnya kita bisa menyimpulkan apakah dia orangnya bijaksana dan dungu. Dan diperumpamakan seperti lilin di malam hari, di mana bisa menerangi. Jadi kita bisa melihat, kita bisa membaca, dan bisa menghilangkan kegelapan di malam hari. Jadi orang yang bijaksana itu juga bisa membawa sesuatu yang cerah kepada komunitas. Sebaliknya kalau orang-orang dungu itu malah bisa membuat komunitas tuh gelap gitu.
Okay, the other one here in this verse is 3 Manggala. The other one is Puja ja Puja Niyana. Puja ja Puja Niyana, venerating who are worthy to venerate, honoring who are worthy to honor, respecting who are worthy to respect. Commentary say, Tata Puja Niyana Sabadosa Viridata Sabagunas Manakata Buddha Bhagavanda Dato Vajjika Buddha Arya Savaka. Here, commentator gives Sabado Saviridata, because us free from all kinds of danger, all kinds of violation, unnecessary thing. Salvagunas Managadada, associating with all kinds of venerating, all kinds of guna. 3 persons is mentioned here to be give respect. Those are Buddha, Vajjika Buddha, Arya Savaka. And it also continues that who are elder than us. We can say our fathers and mothers and our anchor, our relatives, elder brothers. In this way, the several peoples are listed in the commentary to venerate, to respect those people. Because of venerating, because of giving respect to those people, it can increase the kusala dhamma, wholesome thing. Ayu adi vadi hedu datajal mangala. Because of this name, this one is named because it can increase the length of our life, ayu. And it's also support in the next life for the more beautiful. So ayuvanadi odihitata, it can increase. And it's also support to the next life benefit. And it also makes our harmonious family. That's why to be venerated who are worthy to venerating. Our mother, fathers, and related anchor, auntie in this way. Our elder brother, elder sister, we can venerate. We can make our puja. Here, puja have 2 kinds of puja. One is Amisa Puja, the other one is the Dhamma Puja. Amisa Puja is the supporting them with the material things, with the food or material things. Dhamma Puja is supporting with the Dhamma. Here, if our mothers and fathers, if those people doesn't have the faith in the tribulations, the faith in the karma, we should try to have their faith, saddha. And if they don't have that, they are stingy, trying to offer some people, trying to support, trying to become the generosity. Stinginess is the dangerous in the samsara when we are going around in the samsara to become the poor. That's why if they are stingy to make the dana, if they are not fit in the tribulation and karma, trying to have their faith and to believe in the karma, to believe in the tribulations. If they don't practice, they don't observe the precepts, encouragement to observe, explaining the benefit of the sila, observing of the sila, explaining the breaking the sila, the disadvantage of the breaking sila, not observing the sila. That's why talking about the sila, talking about the dana, and also we can explain the religious teaching to our respected people. That's why we are not only support to the parent and to our venerated people, to the respected people with the materiality, but also the mentality, but also with the Dhamma. Sometimes they live in the not proper situation, not proper the locality. Depend on situation, we can learn the Dhamma in some places. So we can give this kinds of message to the parents. And also they can think we can make change our parents. We have to try. Okay.
Puja cak puja neyanang. Itu artinya menghormat kepada mereka yang patut dihormat. Siapakah? Yaitu mereka yang sudah bebas dari konflik pelanggaran dan bisa membawa manfaat yang tinggi. Di kitab komentar disebut kepada Buddha, Paceka Buddha, Arya Sawaka. Juga kita menghormat kepada orang-orang yang lebih tua daripada kita, seperti ayah, ibu, paman, tante, kakak. Di kitab komentar dituliskan ini bisa meningkatkan kusala karma dan membawa manfaat, misalnya bisa membuat umur panjang, bisa membuat lahir lebih cantik di kehidupan berikutnya, dan juga bisa membuat keluarga harmonis. Jadi hormatilah orang-orang yang patut dihormat. Di sini ada dua macam penghormatan atau dua macam puja, yaitu Amisa Puja dan Dhamma Puja. Amisa Puja artinya untuk menyokong dengan materi seperti makanan atau benda-benda lainnya. Sedangkan Dhamma Puja menyokong secara mental, dalam arti kalau orang yang lebih tua daripada kita ini tidak memiliki keyakinan pada Buddha Dhamma Sangha dan juga tidak memiliki keyakinan tentang karma, sebab dan akibat, maka cobalah membuat mereka jadi memiliki kepercayaan kepada Buddha Dhamma Sangha dan juga kepercayaan kepada hukum sebab akibat atau karma, dan memberitahu untuk menjadi bermurah hati, berdana, karena kalau misalnya pelit itu bisa membuatnya lahir miskin di samsara dan mencoba menjelaskan tentang manfaat dari menjaga sila, menjelaskan bahaya dari melanggar sila-sila. Jadi kepada orang-orang yang kita hormati, tidak hanya kita menyokong secara materi, tapi juga harus secara mental dengan mengajarkan Dhamma, memberitahu tentang Dhamma. Jadi hidupnya akan lebih baik dan setidaknya kita harus mencoba merubahnya.
Okay, I think it's very close to time, sir. So if you have any question, please let me know the question now. We can finish only one verses today. I hope next week or next time.
Waktunya sudah habis. Bagi yang punya pertanyaan, silakan bertanya. Dan kita hanya bisa menyelesaikan satu bait syair hari ini. Dan selanjutnya akan dilanjuti di kelas berikut.
Any question?
Bhante menanyakan, apakah ada yang bertanya? Silakan.
Ya, teman-teman, ini karena tadi Bhante sudah bilang waktunya sudah mau habis dan ya sampai di bait 1 ini, mungkin ada yang ingin ditanyakan oleh teman-teman, bisa seperti biasa bisa langsung chat aja atau mau langsung tanya ke Bhante dengan raise hand juga bisa.
Bhante, I want to ask something. If the educator people also learn something to get the knowledge, but they can cause any desire that can make them into being loba or dosa, how about the wise people learn the knowledge without getting to become a foolish, like jnana, the jnana. What is the jnana of the wise people? So that knowledge will be not will be turned us into in desire or dosa, hatred.
Okay. Until we reach to the arhanship, we all have this kinds of loba and dosa and moha. There's nobody in the world until we reach to the arhanship, arhata. Everybody have this kinds of defilements, but we have the proper desire. What is how can I say? What is suitable to live in our life? Because without having those kinds of defilement, there's no people in the world. So even the wise people they have, but the controlling their desire depends on the situation, whether this is suitable or unsuitable, whether this one is harming or helping other people. If we think ourselves, if we know directly, this can harm to ourselves, this can harm to other people, this activity can harm to both ourselves and other people, this kind of activity should be avoided. And the known is given here to be know the wise, and the bala here is the 10 kinds of meritorious deed. And also their activity depend on jnana. But both of them can be the wise, so bala or the wise, even the educator or uneducated. Educated is the learning the information. Educated people, we can say this is the suttamaya jnana. We have the knowledge depend on our learning. This is called suttamaya jnana. This is called suttamaya jnana. And it depends on that's learned knowledge. There also another one. It's called chendamaya jnana. Depends on critical thinking. Even the critical thinking can be lead to the misdirection. That's why to get the righteous way is depend on our intelligence and also depend on our compassion to the other people, not only by ourselves to become the wise people, but also to care other people. I don't know whether it covers you that you want or not.
Oh, it's okay to cover one way. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay. So this one, Lindy.
Yes, hello. Good evening, Bhante and everyone. First of all, I'm sorry, I can't open the video. I don't know, the camera isn't working on my computer. But my question is, Bhante, is as you mentioned before, this Manggala Sutta is very important for our daily life and it's very useful for our daily life. My question is, are there any other, because there are so many sutras, there are so many paritta that we can pray daily, are there any paritta or sutra that we can pray on our daily life besides Manggala Sutta?
So in Paritta, in our country, there are only 11 sutta, right? 11 sutta. We generally call 11 sutta, but aside from Paritta, there are so many discourses to be followed. Manggala Sutta is for the development of our society, and there's also one sutta that is opposite from the Manggala Sutta is Parabhava Sutta. Parabhava Sutta is talking about how to decrease our welfare.
Oh.
So to understand that, Parabhava Sutta also the negative aspect of the Manggala Sutta. Manggala Sutta is the positive aspect. Parabhava Sutta is the negative aspect. But to be avoid, not to follow the Parabhava Sutta, but we need to know this kind of sutta also. But to practice the other, there are also some sutta like Singalavada Sutta. Singalavada Sutta, we give there so many discipline. I mean, the parent and the children and the pupil and the teacher in this way. There's also so many discipline and that sutta, but we don't call that is paritta. Manggala Sutta is listed under the names of paritta, but this one is managed by our traditional leader, traditionally scholar, not directly from the Buddha. The Buddha is just preached this one for the development of the society, but not named as the paritta. This one is named under the names of paritta by the Pali scholars.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, Caroline, you want to translate?
Yes, I'll translate for the Valen question. Valen bertanya tentang orang-orang yang berpendidikan versus orang-orang yang bijaksana itu, apakah pengetahuan yang orang-orang bijaksana miliki yang bisa membuatnya tidak melibatkan loba dosa moha? Lalu Bhante menjawab bahwa sebelum tingkatan kesucian tertinggi yaitu arahat, semua orang pasti memiliki kekotoran batin yaitu loba dosa moha, loba keserakahan, dosa, kebencian, moha, kebodohan batin. Tapi orang-orang bijaksana ini bisa memilih apa yang paling cocok untuk diterapkan. Jadi mereka itu sebelum melakukan sesuatu tuh bisa memilih bahwa ini cocok atau tidak, ini bisa membawa bahaya ke diri saya atau tidak, membawa bahaya ke diri orang lain atau tidak. Semacam pertimbangan seperti itu untuk dalam melakukan aktivitasnya. Dan mereka berdasarkan 10 perbuatan baik. Sedangkan orang yang punya edukasi tinggi, orang yang berpendidikan, ya mereka memang punya pendidikan, tapi pendidikan itu kan proses belajar untuk memiliki pengetahuan. Jadi yang Seperti misalnya dari cita maya itu artinya memiliki cara berpikir yang kritis. Jadi tergantung dari pengetahuan, intelijen kita, tapi juga harus memiliki welas asih untuk kepentingan orang lain. Lalu yang pertanyaan yang kedua dari Lindi, Manggala Sutta ini begitu penting dan begitu berguna untuk kehidupan sehari-hari. Lalu ada paritta apa lagi yang perlu dibacakan sehari-hari gitu. Dan Bhante bilang bahwa paritta itu beda dengan sutta, dan paritta itu dikompilasi sebenarnya dari guru-guru atau scholar, orang-orang yang berpendidikan secara tradisional untuk komunitas. Dan misalnya ada sutta lain yaitu Parabawa Sutta, di mana ini membicarakan tentang bagaimana kesejahteraan itu menurun. Jadinya ini aspek negatif dari Manggala Sutta, di mana Manggala Sutta adalah positif, sedangkan Parabawa Sutta adalah negatif. Tapi kita perlu tahu itu untuk kita hindari. Juga ada Sigala Wada Sutta, di mana ini adalah tentang tugas-tugas.
So I want to add here some information. Yes. So before I think there's no soda, but there's a metta soda, Karaniya metta soda. Karaniya metta soda also can practice in our daily life. It's also shows how to share our loving kindness in our daily life. And it began from the beginning to the attainment of the enlightenment. And the most of the paritta, like the Jagat Soda, and the others, Mora Soda, and the Bojanga Soda. Now I'm thinking about that. Bojanga Soda. Usually, when we are feeling sickness, when we are under sickness, this paritta also recite. And to free from some bondage. So we recite the Mora Soda. And to free from some insects or some animal like a viper or the snake, we recite the Vada Soda. What is that? What is that? Sorry, I don't remember the name of the sodas. They also soda, Sabri soda, but Manggala Sutta and the Metta Soda, I want to mention here to practice in our daily life. But the other soda is occasionally depend on. But if we can follow all the soda, it is better. But at least in our daily life for the young people, to the higher stages of attainment, Manggala Sutta and Metta Soda, I would like to highlight it here. Okay, thank you.
Baik, ada tambahan dari Bhante. Bhante teringat akan Metta Sutta, Karaniya Metta Sutta, itu juga baik untuk dibacakan dan dipraktikkan secara sehari-hari untuk mengembangkan rasa cinta kasih. Dan ini dibutuhkan dari sampai ke tingkat pencerahan tertinggi. Juga ada Bojanga Sutta, di mana bisa kita bacakan waktu kita merasa sakit. Juga ada Sutta tadi saya nggak nangkap, kayaknya Mora Sutta. Itu waktu misalnya kita ingin terbebas dari serangga, misalnya dari ular, bahaya serangga, bahaya ular. Tapi itu beberapa sutta yang disebutkan itu kadang-kadang. Tapi menurut Bhante, yang baik untuk dipraktikkan sehari-hari itu Manggala Sutta dan Karaniya Metta Sutta.
Yeah, I tell before, I don't remember this Kanda Soda, yes. To free from the viper or snake, the dangerous snakes, and this is Kanda Soda, yes, I remember now.
Kanda Sutta adalah sutta yang dibacakan untuk bebas bahaya dari serangga, juga dari viper, ular.
Okay, any more question?
Baik, apakah ada pertanyaan lainnya?
So if you don't have any question, so Vincent? you can start the next section.
Baik, kalau kita tidak ada pertanyaan, bisa lanjut ke sesi berikutnya.
Okay, thank you, Bhante, for the Sutta class to explain about Manggala Sutta. I didn't expect that we will get a lot of knowledge from, even this is just the first of the Manggala Sutta, but we already get a lot of details that we never get it before. So thank you one more time to Bhante for your time and your effort to give us the Sutta class.
You're welcome.
So let's say sadhu together to appreciate the Dhamma, the Sutta class of today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now we will moving to sharing merit. Lead by Bhante Dhammasara.
So before I will tell you here, idalme bonyan is this merit. I think you already understand it. No need to explain. Okay, follow me. Idalme bonyan.
Idangme punyang
Asawakaya wahan hodu.
asawakaya wahan hotu.
Idalme bonyan.
Idangme punyang
Nibbana sabhajayo hotu.
Nibbana sapacayo hotu.
Imano punya bagam.
Imano punya bagam.
Taba sadanang dima.
Sabasatana dema.
Salbi sadang.
Sabe sata.
Sukida bawandu.
Sukita bawantu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now are the photo session. So please, the audience, turn on the camera. So I will take 2 times. Please get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And for the next side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so thank you, Bhante, for already taking your time to teach us the Dhamma. So may Bhante be well, happy, and peaceful.
Thank you. I also happy to teach all of you. And also I hope to apply in our daily life what we discussed today about the Manggala Sutta. By practicing the Manggala Sutta, you also can, may you also can develop not only in their material development, physical welfare, but also to their spiritual developments. Okay, now I will leave.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Bhante. Ya, terima kasih juga kepada Shelley dan teman-teman yang sudah menghadiri acara ini. Tapi sebelumnya, kita akan menginformasikan next event dari Yasati Youth, karena seperti yang kita sama-sama tahu, tadi kita sudah membahas origin atau asal mula, latar belakang dari Manggala Sutta, dan telah membahas salah satu bait dari Manggala Sutta, dan tentunya masih ada lagi. Maka dari itu, Yasati Youth, minggu depan, hari Minggu, tanggal 27 Juni 2021, jamnya sama, jam 3 sore, akan ada Apa Itu Berkah Utama bersama Bhante Dhammasara, seri kedua. So, next week, on Sunday, 27th of June, 2021, at 3 p.m., the same time like this, there will be the second part of What Does Blessing Really Mean with Bhante Dhammasara, yang bisa diakses melalui Zoom meeting yang tertera di flyer atau melalui streaming YouTube channel Yasati Youth. And this event you can join this event by the Zoom meeting that is listed on the flyer, or by streaming YouTube at Yasati Youth YouTube channel. Dan sebelum teman-teman keluar dari Zoom ini, teman-teman bisa mengisi Google Form feedback Yasati Youth, agar dan di dalam link itu juga teman-teman bisa mendapatkan info-info mengenai program Yasati Youth ke depannya yang sangat bermanfaat agar teman-teman lebih mudah untuk belajar Dhamma. Link Google Form bisa teman-teman temukan di ruang chat Zoom meeting ini.
Baik, kalau begitu kami tutup dulu. Selamat sore teman-teman.